Hello, welcome to the online investigative process class. My name is Mike Smith, and I will be the instructor for this class. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a retired lieutenant from the Schaumburg Police Department where I spent 32 years. A good portion of my career with the police department was spent in investigations where I was either a detective sergeant, or the Criminal Investigations Bureau lieutenant. During my time in investigations, I was a member of the Illinois Attorney General's Task Force on Child Exploitation. I was a member of the U.S. Secret Service Task Force for Electronic Crimes, and I was a member of Major Crimes Assistance Team, which is a homicide task force for the Northwest suburbs. It's going to be these experiences that I'm going to rely on for teaching this course. I've also been teaching at Harper since 1992. This entire class will be done on Blackboard. So let's go through Blackboard here and show you where everything is and see how I have Blackboard set up. As you can see, when you open Blackboard, depending on how you have your Blackboard set up, you'll always see the tabs on the left. The first tab is the announcements tab. Keep an eye on the announcements tabs because I will post announcements throughout the semester, probably about once a week. I like to post announcements talking about reminders for assignments that are due. We'll talk about some tests that are coming up, when they're coming up, and so forth. So keep an eye on the announcements tab. The next tab you'll see is the faculty information tab. This tab is where you can find my contact information, my phone number, my email number, and so forth. I don't have any office hours, so if there's any time you need to discuss something with me or meet with me, feel free to give me a call or email me, and I'll be happy to set up a time when we can meet at Harper. The next tab you'll see here is the syllabus tab. When you open the syllabus tab, there's a couple of things you'll see. First, you'll see the book. It's very important that you have the book for this course because about 80% of the assignments are going to come out of the book. So you're going to need the book. I would pay particular attention to the glossary section at the end of the book because a lot of the assignments that I'm going to ask you to do have to do with definitions and terms and so forth. And you'll find those in the back of the book under the glossary section. Up here, you'll find the link to the syllabus. When you click on that, you'll be able to open up your syllabus. Please make sure you open it, read the syllabus. It'll give you all the information about the course, the requirements, other information that you'll need to take this course. The course requirements. We're going to participate in open forum discussions. Throughout the semester, there's going to be a number of open forum discussions that I'm going to post. We're going to talk about certain topics and so forth. So each open board discussion is worth 5 points, and the total score is going to make up 10% of your grade. The key thing to remember on the open forum discussions is anything done in discussion board, everybody in the class can read, not just me. So you might want to be careful what you write in there, keeping in mind that other students are going to be reading your work as well. The next one here is we have the complete weekly assignments. There will be weekly assignments. All weekly assignments will be due on Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Most of the assignments might take you 2 minutes, some might take you 5 minutes. I don't think any of them are going to take you more than maybe 10 minutes to complete. They're mostly fairly short, quick assignments at the end of each week that's going to pertain to the information from that chapter for that week. And again, the assignments are going to be worth 10 points, and the total points of the assignments will make up 30% of your grade. We're going to have 2 quizzes, 2 10-question quizzes. Each quiz is worth 2.5% of your grade. And then we're also going to have a midterm exam. That'll be worth 20% of your grade. We'll have a final exam, and that'll also be worth 20% of your grade. The final requirement for the course is you're going to have to complete a term paper. What I'm going to want you to do is write me a 5 to 10 page paper on any investigation you choose. For example, you can pick John Wayne Gacy, or you could pick the Hillside Strangler, or the Boston Marathon bombings. Anything you want to write a paper on, you can pick the investigations. Write a paper telling me about what was the crime, how was it investigated, and what techniques did the police use to identify the offenders. If you'd like, you could also find an older crime, let's say something from 1930 or 1940, and you could research that crime and then try to correlate modern day technologies into that and see how modern day technologies could have maybe solved that crime 30 or 40 years ago. The term paper is going to be worth 15% of your grade. I will talk more about it more in this semester. This is going to be due more towards the end of the semester, so I'll discuss more about the term paper later in the semester. The most important tab you can have here is called the Course Materials tab. When you open this tab, the entire course is going to be in this tab. First thing you see is this video that hopefully you're watching right now. You'll also see in here is a discussion board icebreaker. This is going to be your first assignment for the course. I'm going to want you to introduce yourself to me, because being an online class, I don't get to see the students. I don't get to meet the students as well as I do in regular traditional classes. So I'm going to want you to introduce yourself to me. So if you click on here, it will open up, bring you to your discussion board. If you click on Create Thread, it'll tell you what I want. Please provide a brief introduction of yourself describing who you are, what your plans are for the future. It tells you when it's due and so forth. Click in here, give me a title to it. Click down here, introduce yourself. Remember, when you're introducing yourself, not only are you introducing yourself to me, but you're also going to be introducing yourself to the other students, because again, unlike a traditional class, you're not going to be coming into a classroom, meeting students, talking to students in the classroom. So this is a good way to introduce yourself to me, introduce yourself to the students, so we can get to know you a little bit. So tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what your plans are, what you intend to do, and so forth. When you're done writing that, hit your submit button, and then it'll come to me. If we go back to the course materials here, you'll also see all the week's materials will be here. Right now I only have 3 weeks open. Reason for that is simple. If I opened every week in here, every year I have students who would want to complete the entire semester in 2 or 3 weeks, which is fine. The only problem with that is the course material towards the end of the semester has a tendency to change because topics change, things change in the news and so forth. And so to avoid that confusion, I open up 3 weeks at a time. So 3 weeks are open right now. Every Monday, I will open up another week. So the most you can be ahead in a class is 3 weeks. So if you click on the first week here, you'll see the week. You'll always have the chapter overview. You'll always have the learning objectives for that chapter. When you come down here, every week will have week assignments. Click on the week assignments, and in here is where you're going to see everything that needs to be done for that week. Read the chapter in the book. Read the PowerPoint. Read this FBI history. Read this article about the Bow Street Runners. When you're done with all this, in this case here, now there's going to be 2 assignments for this week. Click on each assignment, and then you can complete the assignment. If you click on this link to the assignment, it will come up. It'll show you the due date, points possible, tell you what I want. Give me a brief description of the Bow Street Runners, and I will always tell you what chapter that's in that you can find it. Click Write Submission. Come down in here, submit what you want me to see. And remember, in assignments, only I can read the assignments, but the discussion board, again, everybody can read that. So click Submit. It will come to me. So if we go back to course materials here, if we look at week 2, you'll see week 2 here is 2 chapters. So if I open up week 2, you have chapter 2, and then you have the chapter 3 overview, chapter 3 learning objectives, and again, the week assignments. Click on the week assignments, and you'll see again, read the chapter, read the PowerPoint, read these reports I have here, read chapter 3, read the PowerPoint, and then there's another assignment here that needs to be done. So that's the way the courses are set up. It'll be like this for every week, all the way there, and then like I said, every Monday another course will open, so then you'll see week 4, week 5 will start showing up on here. Also in here you can see, if you click on discussions, here are the discussion boards that are currently open. So if you want to see them, instead of just going through the links, you can do this. You can also see your assignments by clicking on assignments. You can see here's all the assignments there. Again, you can click right on here. You can do your assignments directly through here, or I prefer you do it through course materials, open up the week, come on down, open up the week assignment, and then follow this link here, because that way you're at least sticking to the chapter and so forth. So that's the way the course is set up. That's the way we're going to run the class for this semester. So if anybody has any questions or concerns about this, feel free to give me a call. I'll be happy to discuss anything with anybody. With this being an online class, obviously we don't meet the students. I don't see face to face, but I will offer a couple of days throughout the semester where if somebody wants to come in, meet me, discuss, go over topics in class, have kind of a face-to-face course, we can do that. I will always review the midterm exam and the final exam. I'll put a notice out. I will tell you what classroom I'm in, what time I'm there. If you want to come and get a review, you can have a face-to-face review. We can discuss the midterm and the final exam. If you can't make it, it's no big deal. I will always post the reviews online anyways, but some students like that face-to-face review. So that's the course. I hope you enjoy it. I hope everyone gets through the class okay. And again, if you have any issues or problems, feel free to contact me and let me know what's going on. Thanks.